Hello, I'm Stephanie, and I'll be answering some interview questions for Achievement 6. The first question is: have you given feedback on somebody else's designs before? What about receiving feedback? So, during my process of learning UX design over the past few months, I've had many opportunities to give and receive feedback amongst peers. I've received feedback from 10 users on a preference test where I used my first design for onboarding screens, along with an updated and, in my opinion, cleaner design. The preference testing was able to confirm my hypothesis that the updated design was cleaner and more visually appealing to users. This feedback also gave me insight into what type of design users prefer, which helps for implementing that design style throughout the rest of the screens. I also gave feedback to peers on their A/B preference testing. This was not only helpful to them but also interesting for me because I'm always curious to see the designs that others are creating. I have also been asked to review some peers' prototypes with the intention of leaving both complimentary and constructive feedback. This is also interesting and rewarding because I not only get to see other people's designs, but I have the opportunity to give their product a new set of eyes and maybe catch a mistake that they did not see. Overall, I believe feedback is extremely important because a product should be understandable and accessible to a large audience, not just the designer, and peer review really helps make that happen. The second question is: how would your teammates describe you as someone to work with? My teammates would probably describe me as someone who is approachable, open to ideas, and involved. I'm always curious to hear what other people think, and I'm always eager to find new inspiration. What better inspiration than working with and bouncing ideas off other people? I think it's extremely important to discuss your ideas with others because talking about them out loud and hearing others' opinions can sometimes lead you to conclusions that you would never have thought of in the first place. So, because I think working with others is so beneficial to everyone involved, this makes me a good teammate because I'm always eager and open to collaborate. Tell me about a difficult project or tell me about something going wrong and how you reacted. When I was starting my first case study through a Career Foundry, I was presented with the assignment of creating an expert application. The prompt was fairly vague and in need of some direction. Not only was this difficult for me because it was my first major project in UX design, but such vague guidelines left a lot of room for uncertainty and improvisation. Because of this uncertainty, I was forced to work harder on my user research and find a solid direction for the product. Through conducting user interviews, I quickly realized a need for a more home improvement-focused platform. So my uncertainty and struggle in the beginning led me to improve my research skills and discover a specific problem that needed to be solved. Last but not least, come up with your own question that you could ask the interviewer. For instance, something about culture, flow, company vibe, product questions, and more. I would like to know more about the company values to get a better idea of who I would be working for. I would also ask them about their design process and their team structure when they work on projects. I would ask them if they have a framework for feedback and what that framework is. I would ask this because I believe feedback is extremely important in helping everyone grow as a designer. Last but not least, I would ask what they love about working at their company. And that's all. Thanks for listening.